down and just taking over here. We've also got lots of attention all four of our lovely lady sea lions. So first of all, if you wouldn't mind all please giving our sea lions a nice big round of applause, just to welcome them all out to see. Now you probably know that we're doing things a little bit differently here today, as you've visited here at the zoo before, and that's because we've just had a recent new addition to our sea lion colony. Because just a few weeks ago we had these four ladies and then just one adult male sea lion. But just in the last few days we've had the addition of the Casper, who is our latest sea lion, and he's a male who's only about a year old. And today is the first day he's ever been with our So we're very happy to say that all of the girls and also our big full male sea lion have done a great job of looking after him so far, and we're really pleased to see how well everything's gone. So what we're doing at the moment is having a little bit of fun with all four of these ladies here, and you can see of course our sea lions are very playful and always really still want to have a little bit of fun with us. So that's exactly what we're going to do with our girls now. We've got all sorts of different toys for them to have a play around with here. So this is really good encouragement and stimulation for them. When it comes to these hoops, I must warn you that sometimes our sea lions do get a little bit enthusiastic. So you might want to just watch for any stray hoops flying about. But hopefully they'll be nice and gentle for us. We'll see how well they get on. Looks like the whole family one. Well done there, girls. That's quite well. A big round of applause for that one. I should say, of course, that aside from all of these things that you guys really enjoy using, they also enjoy lots of praise from you guys as well. So any time at all that you feel that any of us you deserve a big round of applause, fine, please give them one. Now, it might have crossed your mind how fast a sea lion swim. Well, our girls here are some of the fastest out of our sea lions. They're a little bit more streamlined than the others. So let's see, shall we? We'll give you a little demonstration out here in our pool. Sea lions certainly aren't slow animals in the water. I think you can probably see just how quick they are. They can reach speeds of around about 35 miles an hour, which is beyond registered a lot faster than I could swim. Unfortunately for them though, there are certain predators lurking out there in the water which can swim in excess of 40 miles an hour, and they like to sea lions. Isn't that right, girls? Yeah. So of course that is a bit of a problem for sea lions, because of course if you just try and swim away from one of these predators in a straight line, then that means you're quite likely to end up lunch. However, they do have a few tricks up their sleeve. They're pretty clever and they know how to get away. Danger! So we'll see how girls can show you this. Let's give them a big round of applause for that one. Lovely. So as you can see, what sea lions are more than capable of doing is launching themselves right out of the water. And it's all about timing. If they can time that just right when they are being chased by a big scary shark, for instance, then that really is going to be the difference between life and death. So that is a very important skill for any of these sea lions to have. Would you agree? Yeah, then I'll definitely get some spray there as well. We don't like to push our sea lions too hard here at the zoo, because believe it or not, they can jump an awful lot higher than that. But we just like it to have a little bit of fun here without really pushing them to their limit. But I'm sure you'd agree that if you were being chased by a big scary shark, you'd probably find that you could jump a lot higher than you thought you could as well. Well, what I thought I'd go through now with the help of some of our girls is how you can tell a sea lion like these apart from a seal. And it's really very simple. First thing to look out for is these big front flippers. If you have a look at these on all of our little ladies here, you'll notice that they are pretty big, especially on the rear. She's got the biggest out of all the girls, bless her. Now that's something that is very characteristic of the sea lion. So if you're looking at the seal right now, you notice that they haven't got really big front flippers. They're actually much, much smaller. Now this means that the sea lions are really very good at supporting their body weight when they're out on the land. And I think you can probably see this gills. They're stood up really nicely on their stations there, no problem at all. It also allows them to run when they're out on the land, and that's something again the seals can't do. They have to slide around on their bellies. You can see our gills are pretty quick there. We're especially on the fishing boat, they're going to run really quickly. But then seals, again, they can't do this. They have to slide around in a much more sluggish fashion when they're out on the land. Isn't that right, gills? Well done there, ladies. Let's give a nice round of applause for that one. And we get a little root there, just about fouled up roots to squeeze in all the other big ladies there. So of course that is how the seal would move out on the land. That's another really big giveaway. There are a couple of other things to bear in mind though. Seals also lack something that our sea lions have, which are their little earlobes that you might be able to spot on the either side of that. This is something that you'll find on sea lions like you'll find on a seal. It's actually very difficult to work out where a seal's ears are because they're actually covered over with fur. But we've actually got a few seals with us at the moment. They're over, of course, in our seal rescue unit, over by the kennel house. So if any of you do take a wander up there at any point, you can have a look out for some of these features that allow you to tell the seal as apart from the seals. Of course, there's something else which is very important to think about is where in the world you are, because these are Californian sea lions. And as that name suggests, where they come from, yeah, you guessed it, California. However, they are found a little bit further north than that in Canada and a bit further south in Mexico. However, you won't find any of you at all, you'll only find seals. If you're going to find yours today, go over John and take a little bow. Well done there. That's good. So I hope you enjoyed getting a close-up look at a few of our gills here, but of course we do have some more seals that we'd like to introduce to you, but we'll see if we can get our gills to give you a big wave to finish. Well done there.